feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. 2 good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. We'll take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every two.
Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Peter Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning to North America, Asia, Africa, Europe. Good morning to... Who we say good morning to? Kenra is calling to say good morning to Kenra and let me take the call. Good morning to you, Kenra, and how are you?
Good morning to you. I'm okay for the time.
Good.
And how is Jester?
Jester, you there? Ask him, Jester, how are you?
I'm good.
He's Thanks. Good, he said.
Thank God for that.
Yes. Is your radio or your TV on? Because I'm hearing an echo.
Are they on speaker, so I got to take it out?
Yes, please.
No, because from the...
Okay. So go...
yeah, you better know.
Oh, yeah, perfect now, yes. So you're telling me don't bother with nobody? That's all right. I ain't bothered with him either.
No study self. Everybody love themselves, you know.
That's true. That's quite true.
Yes, this morning, Lord, we come before your presence. Father, we give you thanks, we give you praise. We thank you you put us to bed last night. We thank you for those who are lucky to see the morning rising sun. Father, we thank you for the breath you breathe on each and every one of us. But I stretch my hands to thee, no other help I know but only you. And if thou should draw yourself from us this hour, Lord, Father God, where thou shall we go? But I bring the country before you. Remember Grenada, Carriacou, Martinique. But I remember the 4 corners of Grenada this hour, Lord. Remember the end of Grenada. But I is in your hand, Lord. But you alone can create and you can destroy. You can make every crooked path straight. This morning, blessed Lord, I bring the nation before you this morning. Oh God and our Father, you know the aches and you know the pain, you know the sadness, you know the sorrows. Father God is in your hand. It's only you that could take care of that for us. We cannot take care of it for ourselves. What you say goes this hour, Lord. I bring the Prime Minister before you. I bring in ministers. I bring the opposition party. I bring the ministers. Each and every one of them before you this hour, Lord. It's only you this hour, blessed Lord, could do the body good. But I keep them on praying ground and on my full talk. And them to can feel like all of you. There's nothing they could do this hour, blessed Lord. This morning, Lord, I bring the entire force before you. Father, Royal Police Station, this hour, Lord. Look over each and every one of them. But I guide them and protect them, Lord. Those on duty and those out of duty, the SSU I bring before you, they are in your hand. Remember them, this hour, blessed Lord. Father God, you know which are. But what could I tell you? What you don't know about your country, your village, your parish, your people. But I look over the school children I bring before you this morning, Lord. But a young and tender plan. Pass by every schoolhouse, our Lord. Locate them this hour, educate them for yourself. Give them the brain of retainers that they're able to know what they read and what they write this hour, blessed Lord, the teachers, the principal. I bring before you the home for the aged one, those that cannot help themselves, the home for the little children this hour, those on the sick and afflicted one, those on the hospital bed, pain rackling mortal body. Jesus is only you and you alone what to do the body every good. Remember them this morning, blessed Lord. Remember all those workers here and everywhere. Show you all this hour, Lord. But I remember every driver I bring before you. But I look over them. But I the wheels in the hand. The brakes below the feet, Lord. But oh God, and our Father, remember them, our blessed Jesus. I bring all nurses and doctors before you this hour, Lord. My God and my King, this morning. But could I tell you what you don't know? But I draw you cutting and give all your children a pit down below. You say, oh Lord, how excellent is thy name in all thy earth. But I still cry, oh Lord, Father, send unto us prayer. For the end of the earth will I cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, to lead me to the rock that is higher than I. You say, for thou art me a shelter for me from the strong tower, from all my enemies, so our blessed Lord. But of God, in me I have known, who have me as an enemy. Oh God, I know our Father, you knows it all about them. I bring that radio station before you this morning, blessed Lord, and I lift it up to you. For I reach out and touch each and every one of them, binding them together like one bone glass that cannot be broken. Shutting Satan chain towards them, this our blessed Lord, my God and my King. I'm CJ before you this hour, Lord. Remember that data is in your hand. For a guide and protect, Lord. For that she whom she left behind. Keep it safe night and day. Your spring of the body. They are far away from her, but they close to you, Jesus. Remember them this hour, blessed Lord. Remember just I bring before you. Remember that from this hour, Lord. The crown of the head to the sole of his foot. For I whom he left behind, whosoever they in the house this hour, blessed Lord. I bring each and every one of them before you this hour, Lord. But I guide them and protect them, bind them together. Leave no visitation to the enter. Remember them in the doors of mercy. Mercy I ask, and mercy is our total plea. I'm not complaining, but I'm asking you that favor towards that son this hour, blessed Lord. Remember him this hour, blessed Jesus. But I remember his village, Lord. Remember his people. Remember each and every one of us village and our people is our blessed Lord, my God and my King. But I pass by that home. Oh God, with that loved ones, last she life this our blessed Lord. But I know the aches and I know the pain concerning the family this our blessed Lord. But oh God, stretch forth your hand and hold me with your strong and powerful hand. Oh God, and our Father, no Satan busy this our Lord. Fence them wrong this our blessed Lord, as you fence wrong your family garden and do for them what they cannot do for themselves. Where they weak, make them strong. And where they strong, make them stronger. This our blessed Lord, my God and my King. As you tell the disciple to say, our Father which art in heaven, holy be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us the days our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thy is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Man,
Thank you.
thank you so very much for always doing that for us on a Tuesday morning to start off our
Hello?
program. Yes, I'm here. You're not hearing me?
Yes, I hear you
Sorry.
now.
I said thank you for doing that for us every Tuesday morning to start our day in the name of the Lord and prayers. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Keno.
Okay. All right. Have a good day, boy. Don't study nobody. Don't study nobody. I'm for you.
You know we shan't email people. We ain't afraid of anybody.
Of
You know
course,
that.
Well,
eh, well,
everybody
you
knows
took the
Shantimel
word
is the
in
happy
me
go one.
mouth.
Them, come on. Who
Yeah.
doesn't know that?
Well, we don't matter, but
Yeah.
we bad for each other, you know. Once you come out in Shanty,
Uh-huh.
we
We,
bad for each other,
So
you there?
I must
you
be
know,
coming to Shantimel too because you're bad for me, ain't it?
You
we,
come out in marriage.
I mean, what? Mahu?
Marriage will laugh at you somewhere up so.
Oh my lord, I don't think so.
Keno, we bad for
I don't know.
All right.
we bad for we booism.
Put me where you think I come from.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
okay. That's all right. Thank you
I
so
don't
very much.
know.
All right.
But
Well, I
that
want to
is
tell
where
you.
the family spring
Yes,
from.
yes. Kind of laugh at your
Eh?
liver. Kind of laugh at your liver. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Take care
Okay,
now. Okay. Bye
bye.
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 Yeah. All right, bye.
Yes, Keno. Oh, good little lady.
Yeah.
So, Jester,
Mm-hmm.
I say good morning to you. Let me say good morning to who already is online. Buongiorno to you. Olavachi, Lorna Bain, good morning to you also. These are the two that's online at the moment. So I'm going to let you start off, Jester, by saying good morning to your people.
Good morning to my good boy Bushes out there in New York. Leslie Nicholas out there, Andy Moose Batonia, Winter John, Alistair Aito Dubois and wife. The Gleans family out there in Boston. Good morning to you. Yeah. Good morning to you, Kathy out there in London. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Justin Tutman and his wife.
And Blue.
Yeah.
And Blue. Don't forget
And
little
Blue
Blue.
was, yeah. Celia. I saw Celia and her daughter early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah. Maybe they're going out. I don't know. Maybe they look kind of dressy.
Okay.
Well dressed, yeah. Probably going out of town.
Maybe.
Celia might say, what about my name? Maybe
What you calling her name for? That is it.
Claire out there in Mao. Good morning. Good morning to you, Miss Gladys out there in Maddie's. Good morning to you, Patricia Bisesa. Uh, Trisha out there in St. David's. Or your problem might be on the JOB at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the godchild out there in Riverside.
Godchild. That godchild.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So,
And that's about it, is it?
for me,
Okay, so let me say good morning to Fitlin, Hallie, Douglas. Coffee in the morning, Daphne, Date, and family out there in Toronto. Good morning to your Aline. I know you'll be checking in at some time. The Glen family out there in Boston. NP, good morning. Junior out there in the Grand Tank. Mary, Chance the Gamer 97, good morning to you. Mr. Nicholas Snag. Good morning to Bandy Chester David. Good morning to Pat Pear and the family out there in Parkwood. William Pear, good morning. SPW. Buddy in the lane there, good morning. Kathleen Ledlow. Roya Charles Alexander. Antonia Francois. Gloria Francois. Antonia Dubois, that is wifey Dubois. Good morning to Aito Ted Bushes. Justin Tutman, good morning to you. Although once you said it once, but it's nice to do it twice. Good morning to Wendy in Toronto. Good morning to the university under the cashew tree. All the principal, dean, staff, students, everybody there. Good morning to Carol Belfon, Shadi Belfon, Nikki Sylvester, good morning. Hope you're feeling much better today. Bernard Leslie, good morning to my elite warriors. Good morning to each and every one of you, those who are listening that we do not have your name as yet. Send us your name or go on the live and say good morning to us. And please like, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you can get more and more of what we do every Tuesday with some very interesting topics. Just that we don't have a lot of time to dilly-dally this morning because we have a huge topic here to talk about this morning. So tell me about football.
you know how much that?
To dilly-dally. I said to dilly-dally.
Man, you just stop that.
Well, what you have to say so much? Just go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, God. Go ahead. How was Independence Weekend gone?
I told you already I'm an independent person, so then you're talking all about me. Simple as that. Moving on.
I kind of, was a bit,
You're disappointed?
I was kind of cool spirited because some fortunate occurrences took place.
Unfortunate?
Well, yeah, coming just on the eve of independence.
What
I think
happened?
that young girl had life that was taken away from her. Just prematurely taken away from her.
The funny thing, Jester, we dealt with that a couple, like 2 weeks ago, about the abuse of women. And I remember I said to you that in Toronto, when a pedophile or a rapist or so, or even the real name, the rapist, that people don't know pedophile or rapist is let out of prison, they go to the community where he's from and inform the people that he's going to be released from prison so that everybody will be on guard.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this, and it is alleged that that did not happen. So then he came out and he was not rehabilitated. So he came out and then he created havoc in the villages where he and an 83-year-old woman was raped. 22-year-old was raped and killed. I'm hearing about 4 or 5 different people was raped and killed, and then he's back in prison. So my question is, I even understand that he was let out on good behavior, but what people don't understand is this.
Good behavior.
Good behavior. Well, in the prison, you've been the role model, you're doing things, but people have a way of letting people see what they want them to see and not who we really are. So now they see who that individual really is, and I don't think there's any daylight for him anytime soon from the prison, because as you said, that young woman that lost her life, and there's a thing that is out that all the women that have been abused and or died because of rape, and so let me see, there's a whole list of it. And it is saying that we, the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Matic, have not received any communication from the Commissioner of Police, though we did observe him speaking at the carnage a few days ago, February 7, during the independence celebration at the stadium. There was no moment of silence for Alejandra, and the other innocent children and women who have lost their lives to violence in Grenada. It is important for us to do better, and we are still waiting for the commissioner to address the citizens. Let's clear that. That may come. I'm not sticking to that. It says the victims, if the current leadership cannot provide satisfactory answer, perhaps the Prime Minister should consider appointing a new commissioner to assist our police department. The victims, I don't know who they are, but these are these victims that they said so far has been brutalized or died or whatever. Kathy Brandel, Madonna Swan, Ariel Bowler, Jessica Lewis Colker, Nixon Dungs Clark, Sherry Ann Matthew, Philomeno Charles, Quinette Johnson, Robbie Ann Jeremiah, Esther Patterson, Bernadette John, Lindy Skinner, Brittany Batiste, Marsha Andrew Jones, Siobhan Augustine, Keisha Romain, Jillian Celestine, Akira Laji, Alejandra Let Hippolyte. So these are all women. It says this is like one too many, and these are many women that are, and then we keep speaking about it, Jester, and we cannot, I cannot say that we should blame the police for what is going on, because the police is not in everybody's house 24/7, and you do not know what somebody is going to do. And I know the masses is out there saying that the police should do this and the police should do that, and maybe police didn't even get information that this person was going to be released from prison. So the ball has dropped somewhere. But it's like you said, it's unfortunate that this young woman lost her life in that vicious way. She wasn't sick. She did not have an accident. She was brutally raped and murdered. So
It's not easy for police to deal with, a parent to deal with something like
and I'm hearing
this.
she's the daughter of police officers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Claire, my thing is that I'm telling you serious, and that I believe it's something that they should take on board, although it's my personal feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But to prevent people repeating such, violent acts against our
Females?
women,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. If it's me, first of all, they will be branded forehead at the first.
Like they see them coming as though they have
I'm
leprosy.
telling you,
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And for committing such vicious acts of violence and again with rape,
Mm-hmm.
you will become sterile. You would not have no nature in you after
Okay.
doing such.
Sterile
You
does not
Well-
mean that they cannot rape anybody.
Okay, well, I thought I
Sterile
would
means that they cannot have children. You mean give them a bobby?
take away that nature of they become otherwise you what
Bobby.
impotent.
Important is like, they cannot lift up
Right.
themselves or whatever.
Make them
But
impotent.
that does not mean that they cannot rape you by other means.
Well, they won't have that kind
That
of
doesn't
feeling
mean that they
and
have to use penal instinct
What do
to
you-
rape somebody. They can do. You can go to rape somebody. Look. There are situations where men use sticks and whatever to push up inside women because they couldn't do whatever they just to be. And so, by the penis alone doesn't mean that the person is going to be raped. They can do worse than using the penis to rape somebody. And kill them. So the thing is,
but I
don't know
believe if they know that would be taken away from them, that would be a serious deterrent. And to me, what I find should happen.
Well,
No. We making joke with this kind of thing in this country, man.
Well, it's not only,
Honestly,
listen, the
man.
thing, rape is not only to Grenada alone. People get raped all over the world. And it is something that comes, and like I said, the police is not in somebody's house 24/7 to know that, okay, I am going to go rape somebody. Or so when it happens, we all react. We are proactive. We react to what happened before. But like I said, this guy was in prison and he was not rehabilitated as they thought he was, because people can hold their feelings inside and make you believe that everything is okay, and when you come out you do worse than what you did before. So now that is his second act of being that violent. He should not be, in my opinion, should not be seeing the daylight of outside anytime soon. That's it. I mean, it is terrible, because I always say, and I said 2 weeks ago on the program, that I have a daughter. And I tell you, if I don't, I'm saying it, I don't know if I'll do it, but something happened. I do not have an and tell the judge, here I am, do what you want with me, because it is not something easy for anybody to do it. But as we say, God is the man that takes care of everything, and sometimes we say it is taking too long. But as he says, vengeance is his. So we just have to sometimes just let the law take its course, and that's it.
Tell Sylvia that.
Well, I know the terrorist is. I know that. So, um, football is about to start
Yeah, we
in
must talk about football.
in
It's
Riverside
Sunday,
in
please, God.
Roseville.
Yes, and kicking off on Sunday,
Sunday.
please, God.
What time would that be?
I think, was it 6 p.m.? I think you're telling it. I think it's 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 p.m. So that's in its 6 years. So they are building up quite nicely. Started at one, and now they reach the sixth. So, and I believe it's growing ever so popular. It is really a nice tournament. The final will be a bumper one. So it's all kudos to Itel City, Gatti, and the guys, Philip James, and yeah, and the
Well,
crew.
well, thank
You
you
know,
so very much for giving us information, the artists that we're going to play. Then let me say thank you to those of you who are on looking and on live, and we continue to say share, like, and subscribe so that we can bring what we're bringing to more and more people that is unaware of that the program that we have, and just share it, please, and like it. Mary says good morning to CJ and Jester. Happy Tuesday to everyone listening to the Take Five. Mary in Toronto. Yes, he says don't get too emotional because it's very sad. Yes, it is very sad. And we are not doing that program today. So I'm going to hold my emotions on that. But it's something that just we have to touch again. Because the more we talk about it, it is like the more it happens. And it's not like it's not reaching the people that it has to reach. So we will have another segment on this. Because the little girl going to she's going to be sure starting to be a nurse as far as I hear,
yeah.
and she's going to think, and you come home, and that's why I say people have to be very very cognizant of their surroundings, because sometimes you're going about your business, you're minding your business, thinking that you're going home to do this, and you never reach home. So because evil is something you cannot really see unless it's right in your face, and it comes in all different forms. And for this child to just lose her life just like that because a guy decided that he wants sex and he cannot ask for it and he's going to take it regardless of what, and then in the end murdered her. So,
But
uh,
I heard you read out us something and they've seen that the police haven't spoken as yet and said
and they did not go
anything.
to a moment of silence,
But
but the investigation has to take place.
they
Yeah,
had to be.
yeah.
You see, I believe sometimes we was
We just jumped the gun.
too quick for the authorities to come out and make statements. Because let me tell you something. If they don't critically analyze this whole thing before they come and speak to the public, trust me, you could be just sending on more fuel for the fire to be blazing.
And the
You
thing
understand
is,
what I'm telling you? So people have to be conscious of that.
just to the police. Everybody, when things happen, everybody goes down on the police, the this and the police and that and the police and this. But this is the same police that they call after they lambast the police, eh? Something about this is the same police that they call to come and protect them. So we have to stop. Is it that we know what we're doing or we don't do anything at all in that sense? If something happens, let the police do their job. We may think that they are not doing it fast enough for our liking, but at the same time, they have to investigate what it is. They can't just go and say, okay, this is it and that. Investigation has to take place, and we have to wrap our head around that the police is doing the investigation. They don't have to tell us what they're doing until they come to a conclusion and say, well, this is what happened, and these steps have been taken. As far as we know, the culprit has been arrested and is back into prison. Now we have to wait for the result of the investigation from the police, because we as the public, we tend to judge the person and the police at the same time when things like that happen. So we have to stop being reactive and be proactive. If you, like I said, if you see something, say something. And you'll tell me that nobody in the area that he lives knew that he was out and didn't see that he was doing, making all these kind of moves or something like that. Was it that not it was not transparent at all in the public, in the village where he's from?
And the next thing I'm concerned about too with the police, I find in recent times that some prisoners have been escaping custody, and that's a very very dangerous thing, actually. Because trust me, a man could when he escaped custody are always quite a lot for
For
you
him
to
to
do
go
a
hang.
lot of damage.
When was the last time
Take
one
away a lot.
escaped?
Wasn't so long ago, you know. I think a couple of months back. Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
yes.
You
I
see,
think
where I do in my little world, I don't know.
yes.
I don't get
Yeah, I
news and all
think
this kind of thing except on my phone, and I get
yeah.
North American news. So I don't know. But well, the thing is, like I says, the system has its loophole, like anything else. And sometimes you think, you see things and you say, okay, that doesn't happen, that is not going to happen. Then it happens, and then that's when you learn and you tighten things. But we cannot always blame the police for things that happen, because the police is not in somebody's house 24/7. And as we know, the police, they are humans too, and don't think that they are not frightened just as everybody else. They're doing a job, but their life could be on the line too. Just not too long ago, a prisoner always dismantled a police officer arm. He cannot even use his arm or anything like that. But they're going to judge the guy as saying that he's mentally disabled or he's mentally sick, and that nothing comes out of that. So they have life and they feel the same just as everybody else. So we just have to hope for the best, Chester.
Yep.
And the topic we're doing today is kind of borderline on some of the things that we're talking about right here that we've discussed. So let's go into it right now. It is The topic is it love or control? And there are key differences that you must look out for as an individual. And it doesn't only mean women; it also goes for men, because both of us as individuals, we can control an individual. So sometimes you see about control and you think about the man is the only one that is controlling that person. But no, they can be controlled by female also. So it starts off by saying, I can't tell you how many of my clients come to me unhappy in their relationship and they aren't sure why. After all, they tell me they know that the person loves them. How can they possibly not be feeling like they will be living happily ever after? The key is, I tell them, is whether or not their partner truly loves them or it's really just trying to control them. So, somebody's eating my nose. That's why we ask, is it love or control? So, the most important thing to know is that love supports your growth while control limits your freedom. I'm saying it again. Love supports your growth while control limits your freedom. It's not always too easy to spot the difference, especially when control is disguised as care or concern. Healthy relationships are built on trust, respect, and independence. Controlling behaviors, on the other hand, often involve monitoring, isolation, and emotional manipulation. That's that's it to begin with, right? Anne Marie, good morning to you. I forgot to say good morning to Anne Marie, Mary's wife.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it says if your partner does this, it's not love, it is control. And here are the things that the partner will do. First, what does healthy love looks like? Healthy love thrives on respect, trust, and freedom, not fear or restrictions. In a strong relationship, both partners feel valued and free to express their thoughts and emotions. Your voice matters, your time is appreciated, and your boundaries are upheld. Disagreements may happen, but they are handled with open communication and teamwork, not manipulation or threats. And most importantly, you feel more like your true self, not less. And here are some signs that we should look out for. Is there mutual respect and trust? Mutual respect means treating each other as equals, where no one holds all the power or makes all the decisions. Practically, this looks like listening attentively, avoid hurting remarks, and make requests instead of demands. For instance, saying, could we talk about how often we text? Is far healthier than you need to text me every hour. So you see the one where love is and there's control? There's a comment that said there should be better coordination between the prison and the police. The police should not the police should be notified that a repeat sex offender will be released. then the police can notify the public, and that's how it goes. That's the breakdown.
Well, you did say that.
Yes. So the person that's we're talking about Torontonians that is telling us that no, because this is what happens when things like that happen. So we go back. So it says that if it says that but text is far healthier than when it says can we talk about how often we text? That is communication. Then you need to text me every hour. So if you are a controlling person and I text you once every 4 hours or so, and you want me to text you a bit more often, that's what we could ask. Can we talk about how often we should text each other? Then you need to text me every hour. That is controlling my space, my whole self. Trust on the other hand.
You really think so? So
that people do that?
If they no, not that. If they ask to text every hour, do you think that's a form of like control?
It is.
Well,
it is.
But why make you make that determination? Why can't you see it as okay? Well, maybe I probably longing to hear from her or him or her
every hour,
and
every hour.
Yeah, it could be every hour. It could be every 2 hours.
So
somebody might put it every 2 hours, and you might still see it as controlling.
Do you text your people in your life every hour? I'm asking.
I don't say that.
I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
I don't say no. I don't do that. But what I'm trying to see, why is it that you're seeing it? That if you're asked to text every hour, and it goes both ways. You don't have to be one. Why is it that he has to be? You see it as a control.
Based on the topic that we're dealing with, we're going by the research here. And let me tell you, for me to text you every hour, that means I have nothing in my life to do. I'm sitting there on a chair with my phone in my hand, and I'll text you every hour. If you are working, like you're an electrician and you're working, and you're on top of a pole working for Grenlet, tell me every hour you want somebody to text you on top of that pole. You are looking to be fried?
Well, if you're okay, let me.
No, I'm just asking.
Hold on, you asking? I'm telling you. You want
I don't want to hear. Tell me.
Well, why? If you're asking me, if you don't want to hear, why are you asking me?
Go ahead.
That would be different.
If in what way?
Well, understand, okay, if I don't have the poll, if the person texts and they realize no response, when you come off from the poll now, then you explain and say, well, hey, I couldn't text you back at the moment because I was on top of the poll. Simple as that.
So let me ask you something.
Who wouldn't understand?
So let me ask you something. You said if they text you, you make the algorithm to text you every hour. You're on top of the poll. Answer the text on top of the poll.
Trying to be
no,
ridiculous.
I'm being factual.
No. You're trying to be ridiculous.
I am being factual because you said it. You set the tone that you should text me every hour. You didn't say if I didn't answer you when I come down from the poll. You said text me every hour. So whether you're on the pole, you're in the basement, you're under the water, wherever, the text you're supposed to respond to the text every hour because this is what you mandate.
Because guess what? When you all don't hear or whichever, because we're looking at it both ways. One don't hear from each other in almost long time. Whoa, you go all time, you don't even text, you don't even change, you don't even check on me.
That is hours after. Okay, let me tell you something, Jester. Let me ask you this. You start your day in the morning, you drive into work, say you're going to St. George, right? You leave home 6 o'clock in the morning to get to St. George's at 8 or wherever you're going. You get there. This is something that which people normally do. You get there, you says, hey, I made it safely. You text or you call. That's fine. If at lunch you decide to text and say, I'm on lunch, I'm on break, you text, you call, that's another thing. When you're coming home in the evening, I am leaving work now, I'll be home soon. That's it. So for you to tell me, no, okay, for you to tell me text you every moment, that means you're controlling my time and everything.
You say every moment. You change the old.
Okay, every hour. Let me say every hour. I text you every hour. So if I'm working at Grand Lake or Floor or wherever it is that I'm working, and I have a client in front of me dealing with, and the hour come, I have to forget to give me a moment, please, and I text you. So what's going on? And even though we're texting for things that is not, that is mundane. And what we're talking about, the topic that we're talking about, Jester, is it love or control, and how do you identify when you're being controlled instead of being loved?
But let's go back to it. And you just bring up that example there about if you're walking again like kind of thing. This extreme situation and them doesn't have to be. If you're doing something like that, you're dealing with it at the time. But I am trying to tell you, why is it that you're putting it strictly that if so you ask like let's text within an hour,
Every hour,
uh,
he says.
you're making it look as if is it control? You have to be that's a form of control.
Well,
That how I see it.
let us continue. Let's continue, and then we'll figure
Well,
it out.
yeah,
Let's
well,
continue.
I
Okay.
am I am saying a
So
different that.
it says, okay. So then and just this is not, and somebody should call me and let's talk about it. The call, I don't mind if you come early right now, because let me tell you, there are people, their husbands and their wives, especially husbands, that feel that if they leave their house, their wife is seeing somebody else. So that way, for them to know that everything is okay, my wife has to text me or call me every hour so that I know that nothing is going on. Within that hour, a lot of stuff could take place that I didn't call. If they do not know, a lot of stuff could take place within the hour that I didn't call. But if you want me to call you every hour, I will call you every hour. But this is a form of control, and that means you do not trust me for me to be on my own in the house that we are staying in and everything like that. And when we continue, you will see what it is that we're talking about. Trust, on the other hand, is built on confidence in each other's honesty and decision making without constant surveillance. You don't feel the need to check your partner's phone or insist on sharing passwords to prove loyalty. Instead, you assume good intentions unless given a reason to think otherwise. A 2020 survey by the American Psychological Association found that strong relationships are closely tied to mutual respect and trust, while low trust often leads to anxiety and conflict. Many of my clients say that while there was a mutual respect in the beginning, as time has gone on, it has faded. They are left with feeling like they need to change who they are to gain the respect they desire, often to no effect. Good morning to you, Alban. Thank you very much. How are you? Hope all is well. So it is saying that the reason why some of them want you to call them or text them every hour is because they do not trust you. They feel that they do not know what is going on. So for them to feel at ease with themselves, they set the bar so that you should stop calling them every hour. Every hour is too much. That's controlling. That's what Lorna says. I need, because this is every hour. Just said you not every hour. So 20 for the 8 hours that you're away from home, or the 12 hours that you're away from home, I have to send a message to you for the 12 hours. So that means I have no control over myself. I cannot think. I cannot eat. I cannot bathe. I cannot do anything because I have to be there to make sure I text. My phone is at the end of my fingers to show that I am responding to your command that I should text you every hour. This is not right. And anybody that thinks that it is right is because if you are under control, you lose your whole sense of being, your whole sense of being yourself, and you're under the influence of someone else's control. And this is not a good place to be. So, here's another point. Do you support each other's independence? Alongside mutual respect, independence plays a key role in healthy love. Partners who value each other's individuality see it as a strength, not a threat. They encourage personal goals, whether it is pursuing further education, changing careers, or diving into creative projects, and support hobbies and friendship without guilt. Studies shows that autonomy leads to greater relationship satisfaction because it allows each person to maintain their sense of self, bringing a more grounded and complete version of themselves to the partnership. For example, saying, I am so proud of you for going back to school. Let's figure out how to balance chores so you have time to study, build support. On the flip side, saying, if you do that, you'll have no time for me, discourages growth. Healthy independence also means celebrating your partner's time with friends or solo pursuits without resentment, showing joy for the choices rather than reacting with anger or withdrawal. And let me tell you something, Jester. Maybe you weren't exposed or have not been exposed to people that are controlling. They control your every being. They walk their life and want to run yours. They tell you how to eat, how to dress, what time to go to bed, what time to wake up, who to talk to, who not to talk to, and it becomes so bad sometimes that they isolate you from the friends that they met you with and your own family, that you are so lost that they are the only ones that can tell you what to do, and then you lose your whole self. And I'm not saying that everything here that we're talking about happens to everyone, but it happens to a lot of people. People that tell you to text them or get in touch with them every hour cannot be normal people. They can't, because they're using that control that they have to keep you where they want you to be. So, here, what does controlling behavior look like? So, let's talk about it. Healthy love encourages independence and allows you to grow as an individual. Controlling behavior, on the other hand, seeks to limit your freedom, often masked as concern. Instead of feeling supported and more like yourself, you might feel smaller, restricted, and constantly under scrutiny. The difference is clear. Healthy care asks, how can I support you? While control insists, I know what's best for you. This kind of behavior often starts small. Frequent check ins, unsolicited opinions about your friends, or comments on your clothing choices. Over time, these seemingly minor actions can escalate into strict rules, isolation, and emotional manipulation. Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you talk.
I don't say anything.
No, no, you said,
Or
why
what
do I
see?
think that it's saying every hour is not.
Well, you want to clear that, I leave that to rest.
No, don't leave it to us. I want you to talk.
No,
Talk about it.
no,
Because you
I leave
think
that- I leave
you
that to
think that
rest.
because we're saying that to control, to
Yeah, to
text them
rest.
every moment is not controlling. It's all about love. Love does not control anybody. Love
I leave
love
that to
supports you.
rest.
Yeah, wait,
Let's
leave
move
it.
on.
All right.
Move on.
So there are gestures that seem loving or protective. Let's look at it. Controlling behavior often hides behind gestures that seems loving or protective. For instance, a partner demanding constant updates about your whereabouts might claim they're just worried about you. But this can leave you feeling like you're under surveillance, obligated to respond immediately. If you don't reply fast enough, they might flood you with calls or texts, using anger or guilt to get their way. One of my clients had an off again, on again relationship that made her feel horrible about herself. The key action of a lover: he would always appear when she was struggling with something. He would come in, help her, get her back on the line, and then leave again. This behavior might have looked like love, but it was control. So, good morning to you, Kathleen Ledlow. Hope all is well. Thank you for checking in. So, you see where it's going, Jester? Control. They never let you find your independence. So if there's something to be done in the house and they're not there, and you tell yourself you can handle it and you try to handle it, it is like, oh, this you cannot do this. Let me do it. So in other words, you always in on the back burner. You cannot do anything for yourself because they take that freedom away from you to try to do something for yourself to make you feel that you are worth being in the relationship that you are in. This is control. Nothing more, nothing less, no shade, no nothing. Total control. Good morning to you, Justin. Hope all is well. That's it.
So let me ask you a question. So
Ask me.
if while you go after somebody and then you figure out that person is a controlling person, how come you end up in a relationship with that person?
Um, how come the rapists get away on good behavior?
I don't know. You ask me
I'm
a
asking
question.
you the question.
No,
How
no,
did
no,
the
no, no,
rapists
no.
get away?
Ask your question.
Okay.
I don't know why you
How
could
do
ask your
okay?
question.
What is the question again? Why? How did I end up with that person?
That's what I'm
That
saying.
person did not show who they are at the beginning of that relationship. We humans have a way of hiding who we are when we want to until it is good for us to show who we really are.
All right.
You heard a lot of people in relationships says, when I met her or when I met him, he was nothing like this. You know, he would rub my foot, tell me this, set this for me, do that. And after a while, it's like my foot get too heavy for him. He push my foot down, take out your big foot on me. You understand? So A lot of us do not show who we really are. So I could end up in a relationship with a controlling person, not knowing that this person is a controlling person until it's too late for me. And if I try to get out when I realize that, my life might be in danger. You understand? Hello, Leron. Good morning. Thank you so much. For yes, I'm telling them.
Why are life will be in danger?
With a controlling person? If that person is controlling me, just telling me I have to call them every hour, tell me to let them check my phone, give them my password and everything like that, that means I am not being me. You are who I am. You're trying to make me into the person that you want me to be, and this is control. So when I get to realize that this is, and a lot of us get to realize it really late, eh? Sometimes we're deep and we don't know how to get out. But when you know, when you look around and you see other people, the way other people are, you say to yourself, this is not, that cannot be normal. And you try to get away. And the last thing you know is that you end up dead or running for your life. We Noise FM says, hey, hello, host and co-host. 97, good morning to you. You know, so just it is not something that we should take lightly and say, oh, the person, how could you say that you want me to text you every minute, every hour, or something like that? This is showing that, you know, you have no confidence, no trust in me. And because of what you might be doing in order for yourself, but hold on, lip moving. Because of what you might be doing in order for yourself, you throw it on me now. You put the onus on me to have to check up on me and to let me know that every hour I am at home. So then there's no chance of me being outside to see what I'm seeing.
Okay, let me tell you something. To me,
why we not just so you find out when you wake up dead and then you can't find out again because you're dead.
You see?
Why?
If you don't take certain stands, maybe you allow for things to go on. So, let's say for example, fine. You see, 1 hour is too regular to take somebody. So from the time the person come up with that, that is something that should be discussed and show you your displeasure or show you a reason why you don't think that is feasible and deal with that if you want it. But okay. if against your will, deep down inside, you realize the thing, but you see not accept it, then it don't make sense.
That doesn't mean that this is the first stance to you being in control, you know. That might be you coming on to the wire that I need to see. I need you to call me every. So that means you already took over the bank account because you're in control of the finance.
You are loyal to have. Anybody think they are loyal to have? I'm telling you. What I find, you are loyal to have. Because okay, so me and you, okay, hold on.
Let me ask you. The thing is it love or is it control? Just think about the word love first. Because you do not fall in love with control. You fall in love with love. And if I say that you and I have in a relationship, of course, loves come first. I love Jester and I'll do anything for Jester. Jester said to me, Claire, you know what? Let's open an account together so that, you know, we see where our finances go so that when we're ready to do certain things, I'm thinking that is the good of me and you that you're telling me this, not knowing that you want to control the amount of money that I spend every time I take $1 out of the account. You asking me, what did you take that $20 out of the account for? Because you know we are doing it so that we can buy a home, we can buy a car. You're not supposed to touch any. If you want money, ask me. You understand? In our stupidity, most of us.
Oh, that was the thing I was trying to tell you. I never see the meaning of love is stupidity.
Well, in our stupidity, we think that the person that is telling us, the person that we have in our life, is really concerned about us and trying to protect us from falling into things. And where they are the danger. And when we get to realize that, whoa, that is not normal. Like you want to ask me for my password so you can check my phone. How much times I go on social media, the clothes that I wear, how I look in it. You want to just make me into what you want me to be, not who I am. I lose my control. I lose myself. So this is...
And I am saying, right, in any relationship, anybody bringing up such thing, and you're not comfortable with it, and you have reasons to show it's something that should be discussed. It's not just one thing.
And you
So
end up
you
dead.
must
And
show.
you end up dead. Because there's no communication, Jester. These people do not want to communicate with you. And maybe you've never been under somebody that controls.
Well, that won't happen because it won't happen.
You don't know that. There are people that say was.
It wouldn't happen.
Okay. Everybody hear him, eh? He would not.
No, because knowing the person I am, the type of person I am, and I believe that's how it should be in any relationship. You realize somebody coming up with something to just really keep you down. I mean, you can't be so stupid because you think it's love.
But
you must show you.
Do you? Let me listen.
And you have reasons to show. Why would you want to fall for it?
But listen. Do you think that the person really know that they're being controlled earlier in their life, in the relationship? A lot of us don't know. Because it is very hard for us to think that this person that we love is doing that to us. Let me tell you, when I was doing that research, it's funny how things happen. I was doing that research, and then I was looking at something, and there was this woman. She was married to her husband for 15 years. They're together. She got pregnant, and the baby, she was going to the gynecologist. And after a few months, the baby, she went back, do your checkup every 3 months or every month or whenever you're coming closer. She said to her, your body is showing deficiency in eating, in food, in nutrients, and so the baby is doing fine, but you are not doing well. So she said to her, what do you eat? She says, I eat this, I do that. Are you taking your prenatal pills, your vitamins? She said, yes. She says, who prepares your food for you? She said, my husband. She says, do not go home. She says, what do you mean, do not go home? She said, your husband is poisoning you. She says, what do you mean my husband is poisoning me? My husband loves me. We've been married for 15 years. What are you talking about? She argued with the gynecologist. She argued and argued. She gave her a card. She says, go to this place. It's like a place for women that has been abused. Go to that place. Do not go back home tonight. She says, well, I cannot go home because he's always checking up on me and to see how I am and if I have my meals and everything like that. She did not go. But before that, when they got married, she had friends, the friends that came to their wedding. He isolated her from all her friends. He found excuses so that she would not have those friends. He even isolated her from her best friend that they used to work in a library together. But she was at least smart. She did not get rid of that one. When she came from the doctor's office, she called her friend and she says, I need to talk to you. She went. She told her what's happening. When he feeds her, she gets dizzy. She feels weak. She can't even catch herself. She's just lethargic all day long. She cannot do anything. He calls and checks up. How are you feeling? Did you eat? He makes smoothies and everything for her. So the friend said to her, well, you cannot go home. She said, though the doctor told that. She said, but I have to go home because he's going to get suspicious. So the friend said to her, buy your own prenatal, your pills. Cook your own food. Make your own smoothie. When you go home, pretend that you're sick and stay in your room in the bed. She did that. So when he came home, he said to her, how are you feeling? She said, I'm not feeling right at all. I have to lie down. So he said, don't worry, I'm going to bring the soup for you. He made soup for you, bring it for her. She dig it up and she flushed it in the toilet. That time she already ate. And so the smoothie, she dumped it in the toilet. These pills, she hid the pills because she wanted it for evidence. So after 4 days of doing that, she felt really good. So she called her friend at the library and she says, I did what you said to me and I'm feeling really good. She went back to the gynecologist and she says, what did you do? She says, I did not take the food and the meds and so that he gave to me. So she said, okay. So the friend told her to call him and ask him to meet at a restaurant so that they should talk. So he says, why at a restaurant? She said, I just feel, feeling so good. The baby is doing well so that we can have a meal and so together. He came. Her friend was sitting where he couldn't see her with her phone recording. So she said to him, he said, why couldn't we have dinner at home? I will cook for you and everything. She said, no, I just want to tell you. She says, I've been feeling so good for the past few days. What were you putting in my food? And he says, what are you talking about? He said, I cook food for you to make you feel to be healthy and the baby's going to be healthy. She says, but I stopped taking it 4 days ago. And this is how I'm feeling. He got as cold as a fish, cold with vengeance. What are you talking about? She says, well, I didn't take it because I went to the doctor and the doctor says that I'm being poisoned. The doctor doesn't know anything about life. I am your husband and I've been married to you for 15 years and this and that. And he start going on and he tell her, you are nothing without me. That's what the control, the way she see the true husband that she has. She says, you are nothing without me. He says, I cause you to be the way that you are because I'm poisoning you slowly because I have a feeling that your friends and so would cause you to leave me. He says that I got you away from all your friends so that you will be under my care and my control.
Can we take a quick break, please?
Why?
At the moment.
I'm on a roll. Go if you want to. I will talk for myself.
Right, take
We're taking a quick break and we'll be right back. I guess you get an important call that you have to return.
Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space just for you. Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. It's okay to not be okay. Let's talk it out, don't drift away. Mental health, it matters most. So come in close and raise a toast to the ones who fight each day, to the silent words they never say. You're strong, you're seen, you're truly heard.
Grenada, get ready as Idol City Sports presents its 6th annual Football on the Lights competition. Roselle Plainfield in St. Patrick kicks off from Sunday, February 15 and ends on Saturday, 2nd May. Get ready for intense football competition. All teams will be able to register 20 players. Players must be in uniform and numbered. Registration fee, senior $400. Under 17 enters free. Cash prizes up for grabs. First place winner in the senior category will walk away with $4,000. And the first place winner in the under 17 category walks away with $1,800. Second place, $3,000. And under 17, $1,500 plus individual prizes. Who will dethrone the defending champion? Trenchtown Football under the Lights. For more information, contact Redhead at 538-7509 or Philip at 406-9580. No unauthorized vending allowed. Single game will be played on Wednesdays from 6:30 p.m. and doubleheader games on the weekend.
At Sugar's Repair Services, we offer digitally calibrated machines, resurfacing engine heads, general machinery. Show us your pattern and we'll make it with precision machines. At Sugar's Repair Services, we satisfy your needs. Just ask and it will be done. Call us at 473-418-1845.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand. You can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. We Noise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Are you looking for that one local supermarket where you can purchase all your grocery and household items at the same time? Well, look no further. Smart Buy SA Belfon and Company Limited, located at the top of the town on Main Street, St. Patrick, is the ideal spot. They're open Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Saturdays, and 8:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. on Sundays, just for your convenience. Call them today on 442-9219. That number again, 442-9219. We're shopping snacks at Snack Buy.
Welcome to Take 5, your mental health program with CJ and Jester. With CJ and Jester.
And we are back, Jester.
Yes, welcome back to our listeners and viewers of this Take 5.
Mm-hmm. So today we are talking about, is it love or is it control? And here is a comment that someone made. It says, the partner uses manipulation or intimidation, so you may not recognize it when the controlling starts. And when you say that this cannot happen to you and this cannot happen like that, because there are people that are better than us, we may think that we're good. But there are people that are according to their learned, as they say, into things like that we do not know and do not understand. Let me give you a thing. I was telling you about the guy and the girl. So when he said to her, oh, joke he was making because her friend got up and said, I've got you on record that you're poisoning her. He said, oh, that was just a joke. I was just saying that because she get me upset. What he realized, everybody else in the restaurant, because his voice was so loud and he was so controlling, everybody had their phone out and recorded him. They called the police and jailed him. So that because that was premeditated, attempted murder, I'm putting it that way, because he was killing her or keeping her under his spell so that she cannot work or anything, so that anything he says to her, she has to listen. That's the way he keep her. So he was giving her in food, slowly getting her where he wanted to be, because she was walking. So after she had the baby, she went back walking in the library, because that's what she really loved, to be around books and everything, and she was smart. So don't tell me, Jester, that you're going to sit there and think that this cannot happen to you. Let me give you another thing. I used to walk, as you know, I exercise. So I used to walk and beat the pavement every evening when I come from work, 6:30, and Sunday when it's getting cold outside, get up. And I had a little wrist alarm. So I said, all this to say, Claire, you're going on walk too late. So hear me boasting, I have my little alarm, nobody ain't going to do me anything. One evening, I'm going down the road, gung-ho on the speed. Now, there's a park called Taylor Creek Park. It has all kind of entrances and all kinds of exits. So I'm going down. And I got to the exit, and one man just appeared. And let me tell you, I froze. The alarm is on my hand. I couldn't even touch the alarm to say, well, there's a man that just appeared on me, and I don't know if he's going to do me harm or anything. I'm saying this to tell you that in my head before, if I see somebody that looks intimidating, I could press my alarm because I am feeling that I'm in danger. And the man appeared, and I couldn't do squat. The man was so shocked for himself, says, good night. I'm like, good night. And I just turned my back, and I went back home. And I went home, and I said to myself, I said, look at what happened. He says, I thought you had your alarm on your hand. I said, yes. So sometimes things happen, and people say, if it's me, that's not happening to me. And this, that is just a joke when you're not in the situation. When you're not in the situation, you say anything. Oh, that can happen to me. Nobody cannot do me this. And when you're in the situation, you cannot even see daylight to get out of the situation you're in. There are a lot of women that are in situations and a lot of men that are in situations where they're being controlled. And they tell themselves, after a while they figure it and it says, I think I'll leave. But for you to leave, Jester, you have to have all your ducks in a row. So when you start to quack, they're quacking one after the other. You cannot leave today and 2 weeks you go back home because you've run out of money, or your friend says it's time for you to go back to your house. And you cannot do that, because this is when you're, according to Winners FM, this is when you wake up dead and you end up. This is when, because like now he or she have you under the total spell. They realize that you cannot do without them. So they make you do what they want you to do. So don't ever make that statement again, Jester.
No, I'm making my statement
and
still.
say
Let me tell you something. you must realize when somebody trying to be in control of you. You have
For
to.
certain
And from
things.
the minute time you realize that happening, it may be over an issue, and it's an issue that you need to discuss. You don't just
And
stay there
okay,
and take your debt as a ship.
if I
I
tell
can
you,
see
if
happening.
I tell you there are people that I know that are trying to discuss things with their wives or their husband, and the husband or the wife is not participating in the discussion. Oh, it's you. Fix yourself. It's all about you. Do this to yourself and I'm not them. So don't sit there and tell me that there are situations that you see, must see things happening. Sometimes things happen so subtle. And another thing that we do, in the name of peace, we sit.
That's true too.
We sit and we say, in the name of peace, we say, let me just make peace and don't say anything. That time you are totally being in control and you're in somebody's control and you don't know. So you're saying, you know what? For peace sake, let me let it go. And you continue for peace sake, and then you end up dead in a coffin for peace sake.
So let me ask you a question. So if you enter into a relationship, or if you, well, I don't know if you're in a relationship.
That's not your business.
And you realize somebody
all of that you say when you realize that it might be too late.
Somebody's intent is to control you. Tell me, what would you do?
And let me say the topic again. Is it love or is it control? The control comes across as love. That person is going to keep telling you, Claire, I really love you. You know, why are you doing this? I'm trying to protect you. I'm trying to care for you. Why are you feeling that way? Why are you looking at things that way? Love. The word love. This is what it is.
You must be able to differentiate.
No. Because let me tell you something. That person with all the control, he'll treat me really nice, He'll buy me whatever I need. It's just that I cannot go and get it myself. He'll take me to the store. Take whatever you want. Buy the most expensive thing that you want. You could buy whatever you want. Get whatever you want. But you do not have the freedom to do it yourself. And that is control. And a lot of us cannot see it because we tell ourselves, our husband really loves us, or our boyfriend loves us, or our wife or girlfriend loves us. Look at what they're doing for us. But we are the laughing, we want to be in laughter because we lose ourselves. And let's continue.
I am saying that I would not be allowed to stay there and accept that.
You don't even know that you're getting it. You don't even know that you're getting it. You don't know because you feel like what you're getting is love. Jester. Can somebody please call me?
Oh, God.
Call and let us know.
You must be able to differentiate.
Okay. Here's someone said, it is hard to differentiate when you are in it, especially for younger people with little experience. That is quite true. You speak a book here. I need somebody to call me because if he doesn't hear the voice, I'm reading it. But if you get the voice that tells you exactly what it is, just might understand exactly what I'm talking about, more about what I'm talking about. Yeah. We can't see it because we think it's love. That's what Olavachi says. And and let me tell you that word love. It comes in all different forms. They beat you like hell, and it's because I love you. I'm beating you. And really stupid and them sit down and say, oh, it's because my husband loved me, so he beat me. Who says love has to have pain? Love has to be physical. Who said that? And this is a form of control too, because if I say to you, you know what you're doing there doesn't feel right to me, You jump up. What is it about it that you don't feel right? I give you everything that you want. You have this, you have that. They throw it back in your face of the things that they provide for you. And you sit there and you say, oh, you know what? He's right. He's doing this and she's doing that. What is there for me to complain about? Yeah. So, control, let's say, gestures that seem loving or protective. Let me see, did I read it here? Yes. So here, the controlling media use. Digital control is another red flag. Insisting on access to your phone, demanding passwords, or requiring read receipts can quickly cross boundaries. In a healthy relationship, privacy, both online and offline, is respected. Sharing access should be a mutual choice, not a test of loyalty. So I have my phone, you have your phone. I cannot go and I'm not asking you for your password because I think this is your right and your privacy for me to ask you for your password. So why is it that you have to ask me for mine? And why is it that you're demanding that I spend less time online and give you my password. If I want to give you my password just in case something should happen to me and no one could know what is in there, I'll here's the password for my phone. I have nothing to hide, so here it is. My daughter has my password for my phone because I said to her, listen, if something should happen to me and you need to get in to know what it is, here is my password. I don't have anything to hide. I don't have a naked picture. And if she have naked picture, I come in the wall naked, she could see me naked anytime she accustomed. You understand? But when someone in your life is demanding these things, asking, and they don't demand it like say, I need your password. Honey, do you think it's okay if you give me your password just in case something happened? I will know what it is. They don't come straight out and demand it from you. No, they dress it nicely. So then you would think nothing of passing it on to them. This is what control looks like. It does not come, some of them, they're brutal. And if they have you in the corner already, so they'll say, give me your phone and your password. I need to check what you're doing. Because that time they already have you where they want you. You cannot do anything else. But those of us that still have a little thinking ability, and they feel that nah, she might ask questions. They come in a subtle way and tell you, honey, here's my phone. You could have you could have my password. And stupid may say, nah, that's your phone is your phone, and so that is the tactic they use so they to get mine. So that when they ask for mine, I'll give it fully without even realizing that because you're taking control of it.
Anyone ever done that?
Me.
I asked.
So ask for my phone and my contact. I don't have contact and I don't have phone. Yeah, it was done to me. It was asked of me one time, and I'm like, I said, excuse me, this is my phone. I pay.
It seems like you're speaking from personal experience.
Well, when I say things here, I'm not saying things that I don't know happen.
I just saying that it seems as if you're speaking.
No, I know of people. I know of people that close to me that go through this thing. And when I speak, I just say it's about passion that I'm speaking about. I'm not saying it blindly to make people believe.
Don't let the passion overcome you. That's all.
You're there to save me. You're there. You're right there to save me. Let me get passionate. So you see, so just when they say it in that kind of way, you will never believe that it's control that they're looking for. You give it to them. You remember a guy said that if you want to lose weight, check my phone.
Yeah, I remember.
And I believe that because when you go and you see what is in the phone, you might heart attack might take you instead of trying to be fast in what you're looking at. Because I think people's phones and the whatever is the personal thing. And if I choose to give it to you, I choose to give you freely. Do not put me under stress or control to gain what you want from me. Ask. And if I don't want to, I don't want to. If I give, I give. But the controlling people, this is what they do. Here is the big one. Isolation. Isolation is another tactic. A controlling partner might label your friends or family as toxic or bad influences, pressuring you to spend less time with them. They may insist on approving who you see, stir up conflict when you make plans without them, or display extreme jealousy when you are with others. Over time, this can chip away at your support network, leaving you more dependent on them. Many of my clients reach out to me in the first place because they find that they have no one to talk to about their relationship. Whereas before they had a strong social group, over time, they have dropped those friends, choosing to focus on their relationship instead. While they might think that this was the idea, but from many experiences, it's his. So you see what I'm talking about? He is saying to you that Jenny that you have in your life, that Jenny is giving you bad advice. Lorna is giving you bad advice. Denise is telling you things, and Denise always wants you to go somewhere with her. It's time for you to drop these people, and we are in a relationship. It's just you and me. We are good for each other. Let's see. Stupid me again. Saying to myself, you know what? He must be right. Let me just don't bother with them at all, and just be with you because it's you and I. It's like everybody does say in marriage, you'll forget everybody else around you, and it's both of you that is in that relationship. So it's two of us. But there are relationships that, yes, could survive on you and I are in this together because you're not trying to control me. We love each other. We communicate. We share everything together. So, yeah, that is beautiful. But when it's a controlling one, is when you have to be aware of what that person is up to. You need to take a break again?
I think so. I need to take a break.
Listen, I'm going to do my program. Go.
Give me a minute.
I don't want, and you're not going to have any more. Go.
It seems as if something happened with my neighbor.
Welcome to Take 5, your mental health program with CJ and Jester. With CJ and Jester.
Grenada, get ready as Idol City Sports presents its 6th annual Football on the Lights competition. Roselle Plainfield in St. Patrick kicks off from Sunday, February 15 and ends on Saturday, 2nd May. Get ready for intense football competition. All teams will be able to register 20 players. Players must be in uniform and numbered. Registration fee, senior $400, under 17 enters free. Cash prizes up for grabs. First place winner in the senior category will walk away with $4,000. And the first place winner in the under 17 category walks away with $1,800. Second place, $3,000. And under 17, $1,500. Plus individual prizes. Who will dethrone the defending champion? Frenchtown Football under the Lights. For more information, contact Redhead at 538-7509 or Philip at 406-9580. No unauthorized vending allowed. Single game will be played on Wednesdays from 6:30 p.m. and doubleheader games on the weekend.
For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. We Noise TV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand. You can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. We Noise TV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact We Noise TV at 929-445-4463. Or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Welcome to Take 5, your mental health program with CJ and Jester. With CJ and Jester.
And we are back, and if you go on next time, you're going to find you totally straight on fire.
Now, relax yourself, please.
Fire. So we're going on to now emotional manipulation. So emotional manipulation is a hallmark of controlling behavior. Guilt tripping might sound like, after all I do for you, you still choose them over me? Or you're making me act this way. This shift blames onto you, making you responsible for the actions. They might also resort to fear or threats, hinting at self-harm, threatening to leave, or even saying they'll expose private information if you don't comply. In this situation, affection and attention are often given conditionally based on whether you need their demand. You meet their demand. So, if the other part of what the control is not working, they start throwing it in your face now. After everything I do for you, this is how you treat me? You choose them over me? You're making me act this way. So if you put a box in your skin, or she put a blow in your frying pan in your head and you survive, say, you that caused me to do that to you. I'm not that kind of person. It's you that caused that. You that caused me to do that. They even try to tell you, oh, I'm going to leave. Or if they know something about me, oh, I'm going to expose what I know about you. These are things that they do when they're using your emotions now to play against you. And don't tell me, Jester, you do not know of people that go through this thing where they have a mate or a spouse that's saying, after all that I did for you, this is how you treat me, this is what you choose them, or you're making me act like this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to leave and see what's going to happen to you. This is control.
That statement comes up all the time.
And that is control. That is a form of control. Because now you know what you do to me? If you know a little something about me if I was not bathe, everybody gonna tell everybody I don't bathe. And I don't want anybody to know that I don't yes. And I don't want nobody to know that I was not bathe. So I'm staying in that relationship until I start to bathe. And I said, you know, I'll go and tell them because I'm bathing now. So go tell them that I was not bathe. You understand? So control comes in all different forms, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. Do not say that nobody cannot do that to you because something is very subtle. When you get to realize that it is control and you catch yourself, it might be too late for you to walk out of that relationship. Really, really too late. There's another one.
To me, control though just comes all of a sudden, just
I just said it was subtle manipulation, subtle things that they do. That if they said to you, you know that you like fish, you don't eat meat or anything like that, and you go home and you did not get fish, and they say, well, you didn't give money for fish. What kind of where you getting fish? You the food dry like that. That is a form of control, you know, because you did not give money to buy fish. Why you expect to come and get fish? I will eat my chicken and so wash my pot, put it on, and you do whatever you want. So now you have to find yourself. You know what? I'm going to bring fish home. So when I bring the fish, I get it. So control comes in all different forms. It may not be out in your face, hitting your smack. It's very subtle. Certain things that happens to you, you go after the same. That just happened. What just happened there? And you let it blow by because for the sake of peace.
But Claire, you should get tied up with little disputes and issues that may come up from time to time. And
I'm a stupidity. I'm a stupidity. I don't know the difference between control and dispute.
Because I find some of these things is just sudden issues that will come up from time to time within any relationship.
Let me put it this way for you. When there's a dispute in a relationship, you and your partner should be able to talk about it.
Exactly.
Communicate. In this one of control, there's no communication. It's a one-man thing. You listening to what I say, and that's it. My way or the highway. There is no communication. Disputes happen in every relationship. Not everything you will be arguing about. But when it happens, you and I can come together and sit. When two of us head get clear, we say, you know what? Maybe I took this out of proportion, or I blew this out of proportion, and maybe that's not it is. But let's talk about it. We talk about it, and we go about normal again. But when I cannot go to the bank and take out $500 for myself without being asked what you took out the $500 for and what are you using it to do, and I need receipts of everything that you buy and all this kind of thing, because you know we are saving that money to buy a vehicle, right? You know that we are saving that money so that we can go on vacation, yes? But he could go out to the bank and take out $3,000. I wouldn't know about it because I have no control over that account. He could do whatever he wants with that money. And if the time comes and he decides, I have enough of that stupidity, questioning nothing, and think, I'm going to leave. When he leaves, you have nothing because you knew nothing.
How come you knew not? If it's a joint account, how come you don't know nothing, Claire? How he was knowing about when you take it out, and how come you not knowing when he takes out?
Control. I'm not allowed to go to the bank. But you take this as a joke, just but
I'm taking it as a joke. We are taking it as a joke because
there are people that do not know. Okay, sometimes you have and like I always say, joint account. We have to be very careful with joint account. Joint account is like your name is on the account, my name is on the account.
Yeah.
If you feel I have a $1 million in the bank and you decide to take out 250, whatever, you could take out whether you put any in it or not, because it's your money too. Mine and is my money in there. Me that work and put it there, but you have access to it. You could take that amount of money and there's nothing I could say because we joint. Now here is the reason why. Here is the reason why she would not know how I take out the money. Because he's giving her everything at home. He's bringing money at home. So she don't need to go to the bank to see if he's removing money. This is what control looks like, subtly.
But the bank must, on a serious note, the bank must come up adding to the policy that it's okay, right? You have the joint account, somebody could go and either one could go take off money. But what I believe the bank should do, and regardless to what, is to get in contact with the other person to seek their approval. Hey, this person is something. Is that okay with you? Blah 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 blah. I really believe because so many people suffer. I mean, so much losses in that way. I don't think it's fair to the person. I don't think it's fair to the person at all. I believe the bank need to really do put in that kind of clause there to just to
The
protect.
only way that sometimes you go to that happens in the bank when you go to the bank is sometimes they have interest stuff or beneficiary or something like that. Like my daughter could go in my account and take any amount of money she wants right now, and there's nothing I could say, because she's on my account and joint. And I know she's the only one that has access. So if I see money come from my account, which she doesn't do, and money come from my account, I would say, hey, Pook, you took money out of, oh yeah. You remember you told me to buy this, so take the money and do that. Then if I don't remember, then I know, okay. And it depends on the amount of money that you. So if you have a limit of $1,000 a day to remove from the bank, like I do, right, in the machine, and he wants to take $5,000, and you go to the bank and the machine that thing, and it will tell you go inside. You go inside, and the bank, I think the people in the bank they're trained to realize if you thief the person money or if it is genuine the amount of money you want. So chances that they may get in contact with you now, or you could set alerts on your phone. Again, if you're under control, no alert is going to come to you saying that this amount of money was removed from your account. You understand? Because for Canada, it is joint. Now I said what is in the bank is mine, and you have it in there is mine too. Sure, because you joint.
Yeah, I'm so saying, but a lot of joint sometimes, listen, Clay, listen how some joiners go. You could, let's say you have 100,000 in the bank. From that joint, you might have $10. You might have 70. The person might have 30.
Yeah, but they would take out 100. They would take out the 100,000 because it is joint. So that's why, ladies, let me tell you, stop being stupid, is it? Do not go into any joint account with somebody you feel that is they're going to hoodwink you later on in your life. You have to trust. It comes down to trust.
Well, of course.
And if you do not trust that person, of course. And let me tell you, our intuition should let us know if that person is legit or not. If you can trust them, and if you're in the back of your head, you're questioning it, do not do it. Give them the own account with the $10,000. If they blow it, that is their business. But your $100,000 that is yours, you work hard for it through blood, sweat, and tears. Do not put it in a joint account with somebody that, especially you could tell somebody that is going to use your money, Jester. Because if they have money and their account blank, right? They go and they buy the thing done, and they come into you now for money. Obviously, if you put them on the joint account, they're using yours just as how they use theirs.
I thought a while ago you were saying it will be difficult to figure it out.
No. I'm difficult to figure out. You're missing the point. The point that I'm saying is this. If that person is getting the amount of money at home to run the household, in that household, she has no need to go to the bank to figure out, to contact the bank to see if money is being removed from the thing, because the money in the bank, he's working, he's making 6 figures, and he's bringing money home. So there's no need for me to go to the bank. In the meantime, he's using my money, saving his in a shell account somewhere, and using my money that is in the bank that I work for to hoodwink me. You understand? So there's no need for me to go to the bank because I have money at home to do whatever. It says the bank does not inform you. That's what Lorna said. The bank don't inform you. And somebody else said it depends on the amount. So a lot of us as women are aware of this, All of these suckers and them are going to go in the
what Clay does happening next way wrong? You better stop right there. And
all of these suckers and them are going to
happening both there.
I did say that from the beginning.
Right. No, you don't put it so that.
I know the suckers because the ladies are coming forward and see what it is. So we good.
Where is Lana? I want to hear Lana.
Lana go call just now. She's making comments there. Idea around overprotection. Some controlling behavior disguised as care, for example, protective jealousy, might involve questioning your clothing, your social life, or your friendship under the pretense of keeping you safe. In reality, these actions limit your independence and self-expression. Financial control is another tactic. Managing all the money, Questioning your spending or discouraging you from working might be framed as, I'll take care of you. But it leaves you dependent and powerless. Unfortunately, US media sometimes romanticizes jealousy or equates taking charge with love, making it harder to recognize when these behaviors are harmful instead of supportive. So you see, they say are you taking charge of the situation, but they don't make any song as though it's control. I could take charge of my own self, but yes, there are things that I control. I control my spending, which is good. I control the amount of people I let into my life. I do that. There are things that you control that it's supportive of your well-being. But to control somebody else and use it as support or take charge, that is wrong on all fronts. Wrong, wrong, wrong. So here is a chat gesture that talks about healthy love, controlling behavior, and the key differences. It says in a healthy love, we have care, respect, and mutual growth. In a controlling controlling one, power, fear, and control. This is what is exhibited. In a healthy love, encourages independence, separate interests, and friendships. In the controlling one, limits activities, contacts, and choices. In the healthy one, establishes personal boundaries with I statements. The controlling one imposes rules with demands or threats. And the healthy one promotes open, honest dialogue and negotiation. And the controlling one relies on criticism, interrogation, and ultimatums. In the love one, respects privacy and trust without constant monitoring. In the controlling one, demands passwords, checks devices, and seeks constant updates. The loved one creates a safe, supportive space where you feel valued. And the control generates anxiety and a sense of walking on eggshells. And the loved one shares decision making and responsibilities equally. Control, one partner dominates and overrules the other. The love builds self esteem, trust, and resilience. Control diminishes confidence, autonomy, and can escalate to abuse. So the last one, build self-esteem, trust, and resilience. When somebody loves you, truly, they help you to build on who you are. If you're weak somewhere and they feel that you can be better, they can make you better, they work with you to become that person. They show trust and resilience. But when it's on the other side, it diminishes confidence. So it makes you feel lower than low, like the scum of the earth. And it can escalate into abuse. So if you feel, Randy, that you're going to stand up to the sucker for doing all these things to you, then he might break your hand. He might push you down the stairs and say you clumsy, you fall down the stairs when you're walking. He might give you a black eye and say you run into the bedpost. All these kinds of things leads to abuse. So we have to be very careful as to what the talk where it says about the finance part of it. You see, it says we have a corner. This way. Good morning. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are
Good
you?
morning, Jester.
Good
Hi,
morning
good.
to you, Lorna. Nice hearing you. You sound very powerful indeed.
Yes, interesting topic today. So I just want to go back to one of the aspects that of controlling, and that is isolation. Because in a controlling relationship, they would use isolation now to gain power. And this is actively trying to separate you from friends, family, or support system. They would tell you that nobody likes you, or speak badly about your friends, or they monitor your phone calls from your friends. So in the end, you just isolated. That's a form of controlling. But I'm just wondering if controlling behavior cannot be considered to be abusive. Because if you feel you cannot make your own choices without fear of your partner's reaction, then to me, that is abuse. So I think there is a fine line between control and abuse.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah. I just wanted to give, I remember when I had a neighbor, very close to a neighbor in the village where I grew up in Deha. And every time I go back home, I used to go spend some time with her because she was very supportive of our family when we were growing up. But I would go when her husband isn't there because I know she wants to talk. Because if he's there, she's not going to tell me what she really wants to say. And then one day I went and she said to me, and I always remember that. She says, when you get married, make sure, even though you have a joint account, also make sure that you have your own account. Because she said to me, she said, my husband is not the person that you think he is. Because right now I don't have any money because he's controlling all the money. And I always keep that in mind. And it was her advice. This is an older lady, her advice to me. So even if you have a joint account, you have to make sure you have the joint account should be for, bills and everyday things that you need for the home, but you should also have your own account that you guys agree on. The person have their own account too, and you have your own account. So I just wanted to give that little experience because that's where he was controlling her.
Yeah.
She had no money. And this is after she had a big family, grew up the family, and it's now they're older in life. But she said, I have no money because he's controlling everything. No, she wouldn't tell me that if he's there.
Right.
But only when, yes, I always used to go visit her. I could see when he's not there, I would go visit her. And and I kept that advice in my head forever because this is her own experience. So the relationship could be controlling, but we have to make sure it's not abusive. And if we realize that it's abusive, then that's when we have to take steps to stop the abuse, get out of the abusive situation. And another thing that I learned about abusive situations or controlling situations, even if you have friends and they're in that situation, sometimes you are not the one to tell them, oh, you're supposed to leave that relationship. They have to come to that realization for themselves.
That's for
Because
sure.
you could just support them, but they have to come to that realization. And once they come to that realization, then they act. Because I've seen it in many instances where it's abusive, but they haven't recognized that it's abusive or controlling. And it's only when they come to that realization that they will do something to improve their situation. So
And
that's my contribution for
I've got
today.
a question for you. I asked you, do you
Mhm.
think that you can be in a situation where you're being controlled and not aware of it?
Yes, because it might start gradually. And you might just go along, as you say, for peace sake, or you may not like confusion in the home. So you might just do whatever the person say, just for peace sake.
Yes.
And then
Go ahead.
that gets ingrained now because you just continue doing whatever they say. But at some point, you may realize that it's controlling and it's not good for you. But at first, you may not realize that it's a controlling or abusive relationship.
That's good because yours truly over on my end there said that would never happen to him, and I keep saying, do not say that.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
saying that
no,
because,
you
and
can.
I'm really glad Lorna come and make a point, because you must realize when it's becoming abusive. And why would you stay in it?
She didn't say. She said it becomes abusive, but control causes it
But
to be abusive. Go ahead, Lorna.
yeah, and sometimes if you think it's love, you would not say it's controlling or abusive.
Thank you very much.
If you think it's love, yes. But if you realize, well, no, this is not love, but it might take you a while to realize that.
But I
So
think,
you may stay in the relationship a little while.
but I think many of the examples Claire give, it's really a case of showing it's abuse that is taking place.
No,
I can't see that it's love.
no, I said control because if you're controlling the money and you're controlling the call me every hour, that is not abuse. That is control because you're controlling my time and telling me when you want me to call you every hour, and that is because you are doing something out there that you do not want me to know. So if I contact you every hour, there's no way am I seeing Granville or am I seeing St. George's because I'm moving and you do not want me to move. So you're controlling my place at home to call you.
And sometimes it's all based on the partner's own insecurities. They want
Thank
you to
you.
call them,
Yes.
yeah, their own insecurity that they project over on you. And you may go along because you want to please them, but at some point it will become too much. Yes.
Thank you so
And then
very
you will
much.
realize, no, this is not a healthy relationship.
Thank you.
Have a lovely day,
We
Lorna.
shall
Yep.
chat.
Thanks
Okay.
for your
Okay.
contribution.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye.
A
Bye.
very worthwhile
Yes. Bye.
contribution. As always.
Yes. So you see, just
Yeah.
a lot of us could be in relationships and think that it is love in the air.
No, but you must be able to make that determination when,
If you are smart
if you
enough.
believe this thing based on the levels of control and which it's getting at, it increases. You must know when it's becoming
Just
abusive, and that was my point. I was trying to say that. I'm glad Lana come and make that point.
No, but you said that could never happen to
Well,
you.
yeah, I'm gonna say because no, I mean, how long you would allow that for happen to you? Because when you realize it's getting abusive, no, you
Well,
must
okay.
take some
How many
evasive
of
action.
us? How many of us just stays in a relationship that we know is abusive, or we come to the conclusion that it's abusive, and we do not leave, or we cannot leave? How many of us?
Well, a lot. They
Exactly.
say not that they cannot, they just decide to.
They cannot leave because they have no. Donna just gave the example of the person that she visits, and her husband controls all the money. She has no money to do whatever she wants. And let me tell you, there are sometimes that I want to leave, Another woman I want to leave. A man wants to leave. But where is he going to start? Because he has nothing to start with. So in other words, he stays in the manipulation that he is in. He stays in the controlling environment because he cannot make the move, or she cannot make the move that she wants to. And it's something that takes planning for you. You don't just get up and leave. So somebody asked a question. What happens when he or she uses sex to control you? And that's another form of control. In the sense that they withhold sex to punish or pressure or force compliance, offering sex as a reward for obedience or silence, using guilt, obligation, or fear. If you love me, you would.
And most of the time, it's women that do that. Use that to
Really?
You don't. No, and if you're honest, let's be honest. Let us be honest.
Men does
Let us be honest.
Men, is there a survey that was held that says that? No, let me talk to you. Is there a survey that was held?
You want this body?
Is there a survey that was held that says mostly women do? Men does it? A lot. Because sometimes, okay, let me put it this way. When a woman, men, anytime, anything goes for them at any time. Right? Your anatomy is different to ours. But with women, when we go through our menstrual cycle, there's something called ovulation. That when you start to ovulate, obviously your whatever is your heart, you're getting horny. I'm using the word that you're getting horny and all this kind of thing. And because you're not doing what it is, we have a call. Let me see.
Can you try to bring up our daily
Good morning.
I'm sorry, I had to call. Did Jester just say that?
Yeah,
Did Jester just say
it's women.
that it's women
yes.
that do that? Oh my
Most
God.
of the time.
You didn't say
and I don't change on that.
Jester,
speak.
15 out of 20 times.
I am disappointed. I am disappointed in you. I am rather disappointed in you. I am rather disappointed in you and that statement. And I hope after you reflect on it, you will withdraw that statement. You understand? Because the caller before just said what men does, what they do. Hold on.
Breathe.
I am so disappointed. Men are so manipulative. Yes, I may say there are some women out there too that are manipulated as well. However, men use sex the most to manipulate women, especially when that woman has nowhere to go or no one else to turn to. They use that as a weak point in women to take a full advantage of them. And then for 2 days, a nice video, and after they back to normal programming. After they do that to you, how could you?
I disagree.
That is just so.
I disagree.
Psychological. Yes, so just psychological emotional effects that could cause someone self-worth. Understand? That increase with our anxiety, shame, emotional numbness. You ever had sex with a woman, she just don't want you to, she only having sex with you because?
She's smoking a cigarette while you're having sex.
You understand? Or just, having sex with you and your mind thinking, okay, what I have to go on in the kitchen? Or what do I have to prepare tomorrow for lunch? I know all these type of things.
Somebody wrote that is true.
It happened both ways. It happened both ways.
No, it does no. Men,
please.
when they start thinking with the other head, they have no control. No control whatsoever.
What is taking place here, lad?
Thank you so much. You see what you do. So I ask him, was there any survey that says that women do that more than men? And there are men that does it. Like if the person is controlling you in that relationship that you're in, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, or so, and he feels that you're starting to feel that what he's doing is not right. You're starting to get it coffee. And you, like I said, you go through your menstrual cycle, you reach a stage of ovulation, and then you're feeling like you want to have sex. And you're there in the bed and you're touching, and so they're just numb. They ain't even turning back to what you're selling or what you're buying or anything of that sort. And that is manipulated. They want you to beg. But you see this scam here? No beggar.
This thing happens on both ends.
No. You didn't. You just changed your because you said most women.
You say most of it is women's fault. You blame it women. Don't twist it.
You don't put your foot in your mouth.
And I'm sure someone else will call and say the same thing again. You said women.
You said most women. You said
yes.
No, it's you did not. We did not go through a survey that says 99% of women does it. When you say most, is that we doing?
Okay, so go to the survey now to say men. Most men.
No, I didn't say that. Equal.
You only said you support her, So then, and that's what she said.
Well, it's true. Quite true. And you've had too much. Thank you so much, caller.
Oh my gosh, man, do bad minded, yes. You better don't come and try that with me.
Me? Oh, go try that with me.
Don't try that. Based on what you get there with you.
What I do is what did the man don't have a relationship for me to try that with you?
And yes, what you just say what you say.
The comment here says that is so true. Man does that the whole sex against
who is saying it?
The person that
I could bet it a woman is saying it.
Well, women know men hold it. We that know you all hold it. So a woman can say yes, it's so true when if it's you all that holding it. If we holding it.
If what I call it, let a man comment and see what he comment with.
Any man. Wise. We know it's FM call. Tell us who hold. Because it goes on both sides, but you put the word most.
What is the composition of our listeners? I'm showing 90% women.
You don't know that.
You won't please bad Claire.
You don't know that. You don't know that at all. Support.
You know that.
What? I could see
90% of our listeners are women.
Well, we are the smarter version of the human race.
So why you expect the comment should be?
I don't care. It's true that you all do that. That
most of the time is normal time women just put men and have men punishing men through sex. So I don't think you don't listen to story. Sure, one man goes go through.
I don't have man. I don't go through.
And the last caller saying about she disappointed.
Was she disappointed? She said.
Disappointed.
Wait. You cannot. That's the caller opinion. That's her opinion. You cannot say.
For the fact.
Are you feeling guilty of something?
Are you guilty? Let me talk.
Okay.
The fact that she could use the word disappointed in what I stated meant that she was expecting for me to accept what you said. And that wasn't the case. She might have been better if she said she disagreed with me.
I'm disappointed in you too.
Well, please go to hell.
I'm back, but I don't believe in hell, so I can't go there. She's disappointed. There's nothing. Listen, I'm not the one that made the comment,
Well done, but I'm just saying for what it's worth.
Wait, we have a discussion, and you seem to be very upset that the person says that. You cannot make that decision.
Don't use that word. I'm not upset in no way.
When you tell me go to hell, that is upset.
Well, you based on what you come and say.
I didn't tell you go to hell.
You say.
I didn't tell you go to hell.
When you say you use the word disappointed too, so I tell you go to hell.
I just go in there. I just teasing you. You see how you get. You see now you could control somebody.
Who I could control?
Anybody.
I don't want to control nobody.
Okay. So here, let's go ahead. You holding sex, that is your business.
Oh,
you.
And you are doing it. Hello?
That is your business, not mine. I am not the one that said they disappointed. People disappointed in you, Jester. So let's go. Because when you compare them directly, like the good, the true, the love, and the control, when you compare them directly, the contrast between healthy love and controlling behavior becomes crystal clear. Healthy love encourages independence and personal growth, while controlling behavior limits choices and freedom. The key difference lies in intent. Healthy love is built on mutual respect and a shared desire for both partners to flourish. On the other hand, controlling behavior stems from insecurity, fear, and a need for power. Even when disguised as concern, control often prioritizes one partner's comfort over the other's autonomy. In a healthy relationship, you feel secure, appreciated, and free to be yourself. Disagreements are handled with care, and you don't fear punishment. In contrast, controlling relationships create a tense environment. You might feel anxious, trapped, or like you're constantly walking on eggshells, second guessing your word and actions to avoid conflict. A simple gut check can help. Do I feel safe and free, or do I feel trapped and isolated? These are the questions we that are being controlled should ask ourselves. And the question again, do I feel safe and free, or do I feel trapped and isolated? And if you're feeling any of these, you are in a controlling relationship. Someone is controlling what you are talking about, what you say, or anything like that. So let's hear. So here's another question. How can you tell your relationship is a healthy one? Someone wrote, no one is obligated to have sex to keep peace, love, or security. Correct? No one is obligated. No one. So if you hold your sex, hold your sex. That's what it is. You're not obligated to have sex.
If you hold your sex, hold your
Hold your
sex.
sex.
Yeah.
That's how I know people disappointing in you. That's how.
People disappointing in me.
That's what I said. I didn't make it out. I didn't make it up. If you're disappointing
That's the caller's opinion. So
yes. So why are you taking offense to it?
I don't take offense.
You take a lot of offense. You tell me go to hell.
No.
You tell me go to hell, and I didn't do anything.
I do respect people's opinion, and people do have to respect mine. You may not disagree. You may not
cannot
agree. Fine, I could live with that, but you can't come and you're disappointed. I can't see it. Disappointed all.
It's like saying that
because the caller may have reasons to support what she's saying. I will have mine to support what I'm saying.
Okay. And
mutual respect must begin there. So I wouldn't say that I'm disappointed in her. Why she giving her? So why say that about me? I might say I'm not agree. Think about it.
So how can you tell if your relationship is a healthy one? I always we go further than thing here. Let me see. Yes, I always tell my clients that the ultimate test of whether or not the partners love them or control them is to pay attention to their body. The body and the gut never lies. And I believe in that one for sure. Your gut instinct never lies. I always follows my gut instinct. Supportive relationship provides a sense of security that can lower stress levels, improve focus, and strengthen your ability to handle life challenges. When you feel safe and valued, it becomes easier to concentrate at work or school, show patience with others, and tackle obstacles without being overwhelmed. A partner who genuinely supports you contributes to building your self-esteem, encouragement, and recognizes your worth and respects your boundaries can help you feel more confident and independent. Over time, this leads to a growing trust in your own abilities. You may find yourself more open to trying new experiences, standing up for what you need, and even walking away from situations that don't align with your well-being. So this is when you start to take control of knowing that you are being controlled. This is what it is. Because when you realize that, hey, this what I'm going through that is not normal. There's something that is not right, and I am going to get up and do what I did. But you have to follow that gut instinct of yours that tell you that all is not well in control land. So Is it? I'm not sure. My phone is going thing, but it's not showing if anybody is calling us. So okay. So it says that's when you decide to even walk away from situations that don't align with your well-being. In fact, research highlights the power of strong social connections, showing they can boost survival rates by 50%. This underscores just how much healthy love can positively shape your life instead of control. Control destroys you, and the healthy love helps you to, to be yourself, to shape your life. While healthy love uplifts, controlling behavior does the opposite, chipping away at your mental health. In a controlling relationship, you may find yourself constantly walking on eggshells, carefully choosing your words and actions to avoid conflict. These heightened states of vigilance can lead to chronic stress, which over time increases the risk of anxiety, disorders, and depression. So, when you're in a controlling relationship, Jester, all of these things. You talk about walking on eggshells. When you walk on eggshells, you know you can walk hard on eggshells. So you have to tiptoe around that person, tiptoe around everything. But if you're in a healthy relationship, you get support, you build confidence, you build self-esteem, you feel who you are, you have freedom. Controlling partners often use criticism and isolation to undermine your confidence and limit your world. Hobbies, friendships, and personal goals might be sacrificed just to maintain peace. The word again, peace. Leaving you feeling increasingly confined. When your partner dictates who you can see or how you communicate, it cuts off from the support system that help you manage stress and affirm your self-worth. Without these connections, negative thoughts can spiral unchecked, and challenges may feel impossible to overcome. Leaving the relationship can seem like an insurmountable task. And as Lorna said before, when you're in a controlling relationship, you tell yourself, everybody out there can see what is taking place except you. You have to come to that realization yourself that you need to get out of that relationship that you're in because you're not being productive. You're not prospering. You're feeling trapped. You're feeling like you have no self worth because that person have you where they want to. So you alone and you alone has to make the decision. And then when you step out, you're going to get the support from the people that you are led to disassociate from you. So you have to do it yourself. If you're feeling heightened anxiety, struggling to sleep, or noticing that you are losing your sense of self within your relationship, these are red flags that your mental health may be at risk. It is essential to act. Consider reaching out to a therapist or a relationship coach for guidance. So ask for help. Because if you are staying in this, you would not be doing yourself any favor. And if you have children, you would not be doing them any favor either. Your husband or your wife, the controller, is the only one that is benefiting from that, which is going on in the life of yours. In conclusion, healthy love thrives on mutual respect, trust, and freedom, while controlling behavior is rooted in power and fear. In a healthy relationship, you feel safe, supported, and free to be yourself. You can maintain your friendship and personal identity without fear of judgment or interference. On the other hand, controlling relationships can leave you feeling anxious, monitored, and confined under the guise of concern, with phrases like, I just care about you, or I'm only trying to protect you. Ask yourself, do I feel safe and free in this relationship, or do I feel trapped and monitored? And am I able to make my own choices without fear of backlash? Honest answers to these questions can help you trust your instincts and identify red flags. Remember, love should be built on mutual respect and freedom. It should expand your world, not shrink it. You deserve a relationship where you feel respected, heard, and free to be yourself. No relationship should make you feel small, guilty, or afraid. With this understanding, take small but meaningful steps towards relationships that are defined by care, respect, and trust. Each action you take moves you closer to the love and freedom you deserve. So, is it control or is it love?
For me, for what I pick up from this whole thing, I believe a control relationship, even if it's slightly, it it will have some abuse, some form of abuse in that relationship, regardless to how you probably look at it. That to me, that's what
Well, if you're being controlled,
can.
Jester, obviously it will end to abuse because control is abuse. You're abusing
So
that person's situation. You're abusing me by controlling me. It may not be physical as it says. Sometimes it gets to that, but it is emotional. It is isolation. It is telling you that you can't have family. You overprotection. You controlling what I do with my phone, asking me for my password and everything, telling me to call you every hour. All of this is abuse in the form of control. So you cannot say that you love me and putting me through all of this, because at the end of it all, I would be under stress, not knowing what to do with myself until I figured it out and say to myself, I am not taking this anymore. I am going to be smart and get out of that relationship. So let me say thank you to everyone that participated in our program this morning. Where is it? Is it control or is it love? You make that decision yourself. And if you're in any of a relationship like that, start questioning yourself. Do I feel safe? Can I say what I want to say freely without getting any backlash? And if you're answering yes to any of this, you are in a controlling relationship. You are in an abusive relationship. So do your best to get out of it before you wake up dead, as we know, as FN says. Because if you wake up dead, you'll be already gone. There's nothing anybody could do for you. So once you realize that this is what's happening, start making waves to get out of it. So thank you so very much, each and every one of you. Next week, we're hoping to have another one that can only enlighten us mentally to make us better people than what we are today. So, Jester.
listeners and viewers, thanks so much again for tuning in for yet another mental health program on Take 5. And we do look forward for you being with us again next week, Tuesday, God's willing, which will be Tuesday, the 17th of February. Until then, my name is Jester Noel, and you are.
I am CJ.
Oh, gosh.
And please continue to like and share and subscribe.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Got some things I need to say. Feeling heavy, you're not alone. Come take 5, you're in the zone. Voices calm, hearts that care. Two good friends always there. Let the sunlight in your mind. Peace and hope you're sure to find. So take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure.
Hey, hey.
Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space
Just for you.
Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. It's okay to not be okay. Let's talk it out, don't drift away. Mental health, it matters most. So come in close and raise a toast to the ones who fight each day, to the silent words they never say. You're strong, you're seen, you're truly heard. We got your back, you've got our word. Oh, take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon, we're holding space.
Celia, good morning. Football is what I haven't seen you for a while. Thank you so much.
Take your time.
Sing on, sing on, sing on with us.
Realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home. We laugh, we cry, we share the ride. No judgment here, just love and light. You've got a place right here to stay. So take 5 and heal today.
Love you too, baby girl.
Take 5 with CJ and Jester. Talking truth and lifting pressure. Every Tuesday, 10 to noon.
Hey, Joycelyn, thank you for checking in. It's over. Have fun.
Take a breath, take your time. We're here to realign your mind. Take 5, you're not alone. CJ and Jester bring you home.
Are you looking for that one local supermarket where you can purchase all your grocery and household items at?
And let me also say thank you to my son. I'm telling you, just without him, we cannot have the program because last night we were having so much problems with our camera. And you realize you have new mics.
Yeah. Sorry, Richard, realize that.
Yellow bought me the mic that we were supposed to get. And I switched that so we sounding a whole lot better. Thank you so much, Kathleen Ledo, for always checking in. I do need to hear your voice one of these days. So please check in with us and let us know what we are doing, if it's okay with you. And please share, like, and subscribe. Pass it on to your friends. Subscribe to the channel so we'll get more and more visitors. So thank you all and have yourself a beautiful Tuesday and a beautiful weekend. And see you, hopefully, God's will, next week, Tuesday. Ciao.